Hello, Rick?
Hello?
Rick?
Yes.
Hi, this is Steve Harris.
Who is it?
This is Steve Harris.
Hi, Steve Harris.
Hi.
Hi.
Did an interview with you last time you guys were here in Japan. I did it with Yoichi Shibuya.
Oh, sure.
Uh-huh.
Luigi, he's my oldest friend in the book. The oldest guy that's known us for more years than we've known ourselves.
The man who discovered you and made you what you are today.
Uh-oh. He should be arrested.
Apparently you guys did a photo session for Rocking On Magazine in Chicago last month. I guess you were holding
yeah.
You guys were holding a 10-year-old copy of the magazine?
Yeah, that's right.
They were kind of surprised at
we tried to get in the same position as we were in that picture.
They were kind of surprised to see how similar you guys looked, to yourselves 10 years ago.
Well, we were surprised, or they were surprised?
They were surprised.
Yeah, they thought. Well, see, we looked old then. We looked old 10 years ago. Now we look the same.
Well, it seems like many of your contemporaries have not fared as well.
Well, it's genetics.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with us because we're a bunch of bums and don't take care of ourselves.
Sounds par for the course. Let's see here. I've been provided with a set of questions by the aforementioned Mr. Shibuya, as well as another editorial staff member of the magazine. So I guess I shall read from the.
Okay, yeah. Sorry, I'm late, but I'm producing somebody.
Oh, is that right?
Guitar part.
Who are you producing?
It's a band from Texas. It's their first record, so we're just getting into it. Recorded about 11 songs so far.
Oh, I've never heard of you producing anybody else before.
Well, I've done so much work with us, and I've got asked years ago to do Golden Earring, and Poison asked me, and I've been asked by a lot of people, but I honestly have never had the time. Being like sort of the main guy in Cheap Trigger. Not the main guy, but as far as whoever asks, I always have to do the interviews. I'm usually in my own studio, or I really don't have a lot of time to do that.
Why do you have time to do it now?
Well, because the record's finished, and we don't have to go out for another 2.5 weeks. So I'm going to do it and get it done.
That's amazing. Well, this will be your first outside production job.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Well, yeah, it's amazing that because I've been offered for so many years and I never did it.
Do you regret?
Do I regret it?
Do you regret not having done Poison?
Well, money-wise, yeah.
Is there anybody else you would have liked to have done?
Just tell them to keep sending me letters, cards, and tapes. I'll be happy to do whoever, if I have time.
It's funny.
If I like their music, that's the main thing.
It's funny because you guys have always been sort of lauded as a band that sort of has stuck to its basics. So I guess you do have sort of a hardcore following among performers and songwriters.
Yeah, it is pretty good. We are lucky. Some people like us. People that are in the business that, yeah, it's good.
I must say, having read your reviews for many years, I've never seen anybody really slag you off seriously. It's always sort of you regret your lack of luck or not being in sync with the times or anything, but nobody has ever said you've really come up with trash.
Yeah, well, because I think we've always made pretty good records, and that's basically what we do. We try to write good songs, try to make good records, and if it gets on the air, or if the radio plays it, or if people buy it, that's sort of out of our control.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing we can try to do is try to make good records. That's what we've always just to really try to do.
You can
try to play well and try to do good records and play well. So yeah, critical success doesn't always mean it, but also, unless my family were starving, I'm happy with the way our career's gone because I'd rather be making records that I'm happy with and we're proud of than making some lousy records that have sold well. And then then your peers and everybody sort of laughs at you behind your back or to your face.
Then again, you can pay the disc jockeys a lot of money to play your records.
Well, hell, we paid money and they still didn't play it. That's not paid enough. No, I don't don't think we tried to, if the record's not there, if it's not happening, I don't care how much money you can pay. We don't do that. We just try to make good records, and all that other stuff's really out of our hands.
Looking back in retrospect, do you think you guys ever took a step in the wrong direction? Was there any move you regret having made?
I'm sure we did. A step? No, we probably took about 500 steps, wrong or right. I don't know, but we just did what we like to do, and God, if we were the only band that made any mistakes, that'd be one thing. But overall, I think it's really good. And yeah, sure, there's always something you'd change. Yeah, I wouldn't have done this. Yeah, I wouldn't have drank that last beer that I had. That was the one that made me sick, or but overall, things are pretty good. I mean, if somebody would have asked me 3 years ago, without me knowing what happened in the last year and a half, I don't know. But I just look at what we've done, and I just look at the whole thing. Sure, there was a few bad times, but there was lots of good times, and I just have, I'm thankful, and I think we're all thankful that we still get to make records, and try to make good records and still have fun doing it. We're not an oldies band just trying to live off one hit. When people say, "Hey, would you like this song?" Yeah, I still like "I Want You to Want Me," but hey, listen to this new stuff. I'm always striving to try and write more songs. And Robin, I think, sounds better than he ever has. It's like I'm playing some good guitar solos, better than I used to. I think. I don't know.
Are you still as prolific a songwriter as you used to be?
I don't know. Yeah, I think so. I mean, I still write all the time. And here I'm producing a band, and I'm, helping write areas that they don't have correct stuff. But yeah, I just write a lot. But see, I don't do it as a job. I do it because I enjoy it.
Yeah. It seems like one major move you guys made for the last album was sort of bringing in some new blood in terms of songwriting and material. That was kind of we did. That seems to be one of the major changes the band has undergone over the last. I guess this album, to a degree as well.
Well, this album, 9 of the 11 songs I guess for Japan there's 12 songs. 10 of the 12 songs are either written by us or co-written by us.
Yeah.
Where the last album wasn't like that, but the last album it wasn't like we had. Some people say to me, "Gee, Rick, you're not writing much anymore." Well, no, that wasn't the case on that record. But as far as what got put on the record, yes. But as far as I think I wrote more songs for the last album than probably any in years.
Who's making the?
Have you heard the new album?
Oh yeah. Heard it about 3 times now.
Is it any good?
Pretty much in the same mold, I would say, as the last three or so. I don't see any major change except for the presence of Diane Warren, who now has more hit songs than the Beatles.
Sickening, isn't it?
Is she?
When we got the song, though, I mean, you got to give her credit because she's a talented writer and all that stuff. But we took the song and made it us. It's like when we did the Flame last record. I mean, if you heard the demo version of it, it's a completely different song. And we try to make. I don't care who writes it. We try to make the song into Cheap Trick rather than us just jumping on some bandwagon with some popular writer. If the song weren't right, we wouldn't do it. And there was no guitar solos on the thing, and it was acoustically done. There wasn't, plus it didn't have Robin's voice on it. Robin sounds so good.
Yeah.
And when he's got a good song with him singing, it's like whoa. He can make. He's a very believable singer. It's not like he's just going through the motions and singing some phony lyric that you don't believe. He's a real believable.
Yeah. Robin wraps himself around a song, no doubt about it. Does Diane Warren make her own demos, or does she send them out to hotshot unknown talents to?
No, I think she makes them. She's got. She goes in probably some demo studio, and then she has some singer that sings almost every one of them. And